Hello and welcome back to my channel where I use art to bring forward intuitive messages for your soul's growth and development. These readings are intended for the highest good with the highest source of love and for entertainment purposes only. I begin with a prayer, then I draw or scribble and interpret those scribbles into an intuitive messages for you, and today we are focusing on the element of water and the zodiac signs associated with the element of water, which would be Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. And we are just focusing on general energies this time and just looking at the week ahead. So with that said, with much gratitude, I thank the Creator and ask them to join us now in assisting in delivering and receiving the most accurate messages for the highest benefit of all involved. With only love, light, and gratitude, let us begin. Immediately, I feel like a slow boulder type energy, like a kind of like a momentum, gaining momentum. It almost feels like a turtle, and this would be its shell, and it's like almost like all of the weight is in the shell, trying to move down the hill before like the rest of the body can get on the same page. So it's like a growing momentum that's really gaining a lot of traction quickly. There's some kind of spark that caused this. This feels financial or personal related. Some kind of personal growth that can spark some good finances, like just following what you love to do. I'm feeling a lot of growth, really quick growth. It feels like a bunch of plants emerging from this corner. Like I only want to use greens. And it just feels like I want to draw like a bunch of plants. I'm feeling like really solid growth. And it's almost layered on top of each other. Um, Different layers to the financing here. It is tax season coming up here, so a lot of people have the finances on the mind, but it feels like one layer, two layer, almost three or four layers here. Three or four things to think about with the finances. Of course, that can it can mean. I had another thought. I'll get to it. With the layers, it feels like you've got your credit cards, retirement fund. Like it feels like that's what the layers are. It's all these different accounts that you have to keep track of. But it also feels like this grass could also like be flames. It feels like it's almost like green fire, and it's spreading. And that's I feel like it's got to do with the growth, how quickly a fire can catch. It almost feels like that's how quickly this growth can catch. And I am kind of refraining from drawing over here. Just feels like this is uncharted territory over here. It feels like this is almost unknown, almost like I don't want to touch it at all because it is like so unknown. It's like growth that will explore. Feels like these are like almost little missiles out to explore. everything wants to head up that way, though. That's like where everything's headed. Let's see. I'm feeling like it's like a tree farm. It feels like almost like a Christmas tree farm. And we're just exiting the Christmas season too. That could be this spark almost. Some kind of realization, maybe around Christmas time, that was realized. This feels like an eye. Like looking back on Christmas. Could be that you're not feeling like you're in the best position, but I feel like just that realization of looking back is the spark that's needed. Because it does feel like extremely rapid growth. And as I mentioned before, it felt like plants, it could also felt like fire. Feel like that's the way it could go. You know, with everybody's finances, either you commit to growth or allow the fire to consume. So I feel like that's what you're noticing here after Christmas. And this feels like a woman's eye that's noticing this. There's a feeling of the ability to do better because you know how much growth there can be. I feel silly because I just want to draw like plants. And plants, as I'm saying that, it could easily, like I could have easily said plans, like making plans for that growth. Whichever person's energy I'm picking up on here, it felt like a woman before, but as I'm drawing the blue, it feels like it definitely could be a man as well, or a couple. But I'm feeling like a different kind of trend happening. What is this? Something feels extravagant or lavish, feels like almost like a peacock tailing. As I was feeling it expand outward, I can feel it expanding or retracting inward as well. Let's see. And as I'm drawing it, all this growth is becoming less and less clear. The more the more I'd love to like keep drawing it. It just feels less and less clear now. Just a gray area. Just going back with some black to see if I can define this a little bit more for you, water signs. It feels like as I'm drawing this, it just feels like a jester's hat and like not wanting to joke around. I feel like this white in this corner that I don't want to mess up is representing freedom. And I feel like that's what you're working towards. And it's possibly financial freedom. And I feel that you're seeing perhaps where you've made mistakes in the past, or perhaps like you're just seeing where your financial situation is at, and you're seeing where you want to grow, and you're seeing where you don't want to mess up, and also you want to work towards is that financial clarity and that freedom. And I feel like you're going to get there, but it just feels like there needs to be a lot of attention and growth in all attention to the growth, all of this growth that's happening, knowing that it can happen quickly, and just having more defined boundaries, because I'm not seeing many defined boundaries over here. It just feels like there's like a lot of things that are being worried about, or like here's a big branch with all these different leaves on it, and it's almost like you're losing sight of the big picture, and just making sure that you have your sight on that big picture, and deal with these individual things one at a time, and that will lead to that clarity, that will lead to that financial freedom, that zone where everything, like there's absolutely no worries, everything is a blank slate. It almost feels like a little sadness, but it doesn't need to feel that way, because I do feel like there's such a strong opportunity for growth ahead. So that's what I've got for the water signs this week. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, like, or leave a comment in the section below. I really do appreciate it. If you've seen any symbols in here that I did not point out, those are yours, and you may meditate on them and take the messages as you wish. If I've said something here that did not resonate with you, please leave it behind. It was not for you. And if you enjoyed this artwork, it is available and in the description box below in my Shopify. And I also offer personal readings in my Shopify account. This is a group reading, so if you would like a more detailed and personal reading, I do offer that. I will be posting once a week. I'll be posting for the elements every Friday. So if you did enjoy this, please come back next Friday, and I will have another reading for you. And thank you so much, and hope to see you again next week.